Hi everyone, welcome back to Off Trail Treasures. My name is Ben. If you're new to the channel, I upload one of these approximately once a week. I would love it if you all would subscribe and come along with me on a regular basis on some of these adventures. The YouTube statistics say right now that only about 4 or 5% of you that watch the videos are actually subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind pressing that subscribe button, that would be awesome. Today's adventure takes us to a house that is reported to have been built in the 1860s. It's old enough that the documentation on it isn't great, but documentation from the 1890s talks about it, how construction on it began several decades earlier, so we're putting it at right about 1860s. It has been continually used ever since then and built onto a little bit, but it has probably well over an acre of searchable land, an old well, and a couple of other features that we're going to metal detect around. So we're going to get started and I'll bring you guys in on the first hole. Stay tuned. All right, I'm right here on my first find. It is a 4142 signal on the Nokta Legend. It looks like it's about 3 to 4 inches down. I'm right next to the house in a place where I saw in some older photos that there used to be 2 large oak trees. So I'm going to start there and just sort of fan out. But for now, let's go ahead and see what this signal is. I wouldn't be surprised if you couldn't hear it on camera. It's just a squeaker. Get in here. Huh. I moved it, but it doesn't feel like I did. Oh, there we go. Well, that's big. That is. Oh, it's a part of an old oil lantern, and it's really intact too, with the spin wheel here and everything. Let me get this cleaned up and show you a little bit of a close-up. All right, my first hole is actually going to be my first cool find of the day. I don't know if we want shadow or sun on this. Let's see. It is, I don't know if the right thing to call these is an oil lamp or a lantern. I'm not sure what the right thing to do it, but it's the full top assembly that would sit above the oil or the fuel. A lot of times you just find the little spinning knob or occasionally the rod, but I found a couple of the spinning knobs before. And one interesting thing about these is that a lot of times they'll have the patent date on the end of the knob, and I can see some writing coming through, but I'm not going to take the time to clean it up right now. I'll try to do that later, and if it winds up being a patent date, I'll throw a picture up on the screen. But yeah, a whole big piece of a lantern assembly. So there's still old stuff here to be found. Let's keep going. All right, I've just had a pretty good laugh at myself, so you all might as well too. I started off doing this little triangle right here. Forms a little triangle right here, and there's a big tree that sat here, like I told you all I was gonna target on or focus on, and man, it was the quietest piece of farmhouse land that I've ever detected. And I was looking at my settings and checking some of the finer settings like bottle cap discrimination and recovery speed and those sort of things, and they all look normal. And then I realized that the strength of the detector was all the way down at 0 because I was changing some settings in my house yesterday and didn't want it to keep picking up the nails and the EMI and all that kind of stuff. So I did this whole section with 0 power being sent out of the detector, or I guess 1 is the lowest you can do. And so now I'm going to redo it, and I've already got my first decent signal. It's a 46 signal. Let's go ahead and dig it right now and see what is actually in the ground. All right, that's gonna be, I don't know what that's gonna be. Anyway, it's miscellaneous round hollow thing, some kind of tube or something. I'll bring you back on the next one. All right, got another 42, 43 signal right here. About 2 inches down, not terribly deep. I've already dug a little bit more miscellaneous trash metal and a couple pieces of clad. This sounds like it could be clad as well. But let's get in here and find out. Let's see what we're looking at. Another coin. That's going to be a shield penny. Currently the worst kind of clad. All right, let's keep going. All right, getting you guys set up on another live dig. Sorry about the wind and road noise. It's probably going to be a constant for this video, but it's a lot of wind. Hopefully we can get enough good footage for a video. Got a little depth to it. There's gravel underneath the yard here. Not gravel, but like decorative rock. I'm guessing previous owners. Now it's a 44, 45. Still in the hole. Oh, we got us a ring. We've got a ring. Let's bring you in for a closer look. This is what we just turned out of this hole. I am, oh gosh, 20 feet, 25 feet from the house. There used to be two big oak trees that stood, one right here and one over here. That's why I'm in the area that I'm in. Saw enough of the ring to know that it's not nearly as old as the house, but oh gosh, about 3 or 4 inches down, we got this. It looks like it could be silver with something sitting in the middle here. But that definitely looks like silver on the edge. But yes, we got us another ring. This is ring number 3 and 2 outings. I'm gonna get the inside of it cleaned up and see if we have any markings. Here that is all cleaned up. I don't think it's precious. I think it's I don't think it's aluminum. Not heavy enough to. I don't know. Anyway, it's not marked precious. Now that I get it cleaned up, I see a lot of corrosion. So it's not going to be silver either. And it does have a little hallmark. I'm having trouble. I can see it. I just don't know what it means. I don't know if that's a 9 or a G. I'm thinking it's a G, but it's just all by itself, just a G. There's also, I think, a little line under it. So maybe that is meant to indicate the bottom like they have to do sometimes when there's 6s and 9s mixed together. So it's possible that could be a 9. But anyways, that's the only marking on it so far. But this is ring number 3 in 2 outings. So I'll take that. Let's keep going and see what else we can find. I want you guys to check out this poor tortured plug. I dug something here going that way and left the hole alone. I assume I didn't double check it. Coming back the other way, I dug something here. I don't remember what this was. This was a big piece of iron. Closed the hole. Know for a fact that I didn't double check the hole going that way. Came back again. I was walking on this side. I have overlapping swings typically when I'm taking my time. Did that here and came over and heard a really loud, really clear 43, 44 signal. Went and dug it and look what I got. Look at this. Look at this. That's going to be a shanked button, and it's military. You guys see that? I can't tell if the camera's focusing. I'm going to clean it up with the toothbrush, and I'm going to get a better picture over here in just a second. All right, here that is all cleaned up. Well, mostly cleaned up. This is held up and is in such good condition. I gotta think that it's probably modern. I don't know a lot about buttons. I think I read somewhere recently that even modern military buttons are still shanked like that. But it's got a really clear back mark of C. Kenyon Company, New York. So I'm going to be able to do a little bit of research on this when I get home. But if any of you all know whether or not this is modern or how to identify them, let me know. But otherwise, that is a really cool find. Got a pretty interesting signal over here. It's mostly just interesting because of where it's at. It is right next to the brand new walkway. But I know from some historical photos that the front door that is currently on the place has always been here, always in the same location. So the walkway up to the front steps should have been the same. And so a 4 or 5 inch target, ringing up at a 42, 43, I think it was, piques my interest. So I'm gonna flip you guys around. We're gonna dig it. Where was it? It's jumping a little bit on me now, but let's get down in here. Oh, I see it right here. Not sure if you guys can see the impression or not the impression, but the coin right there. Looks like it's just going to be a penny. And a Lincoln Memorial at that. All right, let's keep going. All right, I just stuck my shovel in at the side of a 3940, and that's easily Indian territory. So I'm going to go ahead and dig it. Somewhat deep, not super deep, but down here it sounded a lot larger than it did with the big detector. I wouldn't be surprised if it winds up being a can. It sounds really big. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, look at that. I bet a lot of you know what that is. So we're looking at about 4 inches down, I suppose. That is a harmonica reed. Those can be fun to find. More than anything, I like that it's a sign of the age and a sign of nobody having detected here, at least not super successfully, I don't think. Because these ring up good. Sometimes different detectors, I assume, will show them as different numbers and things like that. But it's a real loud signal, so hopefully that means that there's still items to be recovered here. Let's keep going. All right, I dug this plug. I didn't bring you in for the digging of the plug or the sound because it was pretty jumpy. But all that went away when I dug it. Now it's sitting at a solid 45, 46. No iron on the meter, so not really sure what we're looking at here. It's like a shotgun shell. Yeah, shotgun shell. Our second shotgun shell. I haven't looked up the first one yet, but the first one was a Winchester Leader number 12. Oh, this one looks like it's exactly the same. Let's see here. Winchester. Nope, it's different. Of course, this one may have had, well, yeah, I think this one had a paper body. The other one had a metal, all metal body to it. Winchester New Rival. Or New Rivals, can't tell. But shotgun shell. Let's keep going, make our way down to the well. I'll show you a little bit of the house behind me. You can see the stone foundation. The house has been added onto multiple times. The owner was explaining to me that what is now their kitchen was the original bit of the very first part of the construction, and it's been added onto over the time. Which matches the historical documents I found on it. He likes to research the property quite a bit, and so a lot of what I found matched stuff that he has found in the past. But let me see if I can point it out to you. It's a big cottonwood tree right there. It's down a big hill. There's a path behind me that I have to go down to get to it. He said there's a big old stone-lined well down there that he's always been curious about, and that is definitely something that has me curious too. So I'm going to go down and poke around with the metal detector and see what we can find. Take a little bit of time to show you guys this. The concrete here is much newer than the inside, but he's got this piece of metal sitting over the top of it to try and keep people and things out. But look how old that is. Rock lined. He says he's dropped weighted rocks down into there and rope and stuff before, and it's really, really deep. But look how cool that rock lining is. That is so cool. We're going to detect around here a little bit. It's a little hard, like right up against the well is really, really hard to get to, but there's some clearing back over there. And kind of through there, there's a little bit more. So we're going to do a little bit of detecting. If we don't find anything here pretty soon, get onto something, then we're going to head back up towards the house and go to the far side from where we were for the bulk of our time, and keep swinging and see what we can find. In the bottom field, or section or area, I don't know what you want to call it. The, let's see, well's right over there. See all this behind me? he had what was this big hill kind of encroaching on his house due to erosion, so he's been allowing people to bring in fill. Looks like a lot of construction debris, tear downs, lots of mixing concrete and brick and stuff like that, and he's slowly building out away from his house to keep that from happening. So we're at the bottom of that. There is a big creek running right through here, and like I said, a big opening right here. This looks like it's been open for quite a while. I'm not really sure how long, but it's oddly enough very quiet down here. So I did get a 3940 signal here in this field, and it might be one of the only things I dig while I'm down here, so I figured I'd bring you guys along. Let's take a look. They're actually bouncing all over the place, but it is deep. But given what those numbers are doing, I'm calling can. What do we have here? What is this? Oh, I see. Okay. All right, I think this is just like a button from a pair of jeans. Not anything old. Maybe. I don't know. Not old, not cool, not rare, whatever it is. So we're just gonna put it away and keep going. All right, I'm looking at a deep, what was it? 2223. Big deep plug. Let's see what we see. There it is. Oh man. I don't know if you guys saw that flash of silver, but I sure did. And then immediately saw the hole in the center. We're looking at a very new washer. Oh man, that was brutal. Looking at a deep 55, 56 signal. I got some gravel on top of it, so I may have to cut away while I take time to get down to it. Oh, that last shovelful was good. But let's see what we're looking at here. Oh, I see something. I flicked it out. I see it right here. It looks around. Oh no, that ain't it. Ha. Well, I think it's over here. At least that's what I thought the detector said. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's a coin. It's a coin. I see a little bit of green poking through. Let's see what we got. Oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? What do y'all think it's going to be? Oh, it's a wheat penny. Can y'all see that? 1 cent wheat penny. Let me see if I can get a year. You know, I always thought that guys were exaggerating, guys with YouTube channels, about people getting in the comments and yelling at them about rubbing coins. I have a pretty small channel, but back when it was even smaller, somewhere around 100, 150 subscribers, I had a guy getting on, typing in all caps, throwing in half dozen exclamation points about what an idiot I was for rubbing an aluminum token that I'm saying on camera is aluminum. People make the internet a fun place. All right, what are we looking at? 19. Ooh, is that 13? That's real early. I like that. Can't quite get to it. Hang on one second. It's either 19 or 13 or 18. Might be 18. All right, that's a good find. Let's keep plugging away here on the side of the yard. Okay, just popped a plug with a 4041 signal, I believe it was. Took this dirt right off the top, and I've exposed what I think is probably a penny. I've got a bunch of clad out of this place so far. One wheat penny, but nothing, it's a cool little imprint, nothing older than the wheat penny, but the house is definitely old enough to contain, well, obviously silvers, but also Indian heads, which would be just awesome to find right now. That color is making me think this is a zinc penny, but let's go ahead and take a look. Definitely, yeah, Lincoln. Yeah, I think this is going to be a zinc memorial. All right, let's keep going. All right, we're looking at one of the last digs of the day. Just spent a little bit talking to the owner and his wife. Super nice people. They invited me back to come again. So I am going to dig a couple more holes. I might go metal detect around the last known outhouse to them, just to see if I can't squeak something out today. But otherwise, I do have a solid 46 signal here. I am in the big field next to the house, and I want to dig this right before going over to the outhouse, and we're going to see what we get. 45, bouncing up the 48, deep, solid 44 right on top, sounding a little bit more like a penny. Oh, I see it. Let's see what we got. I think I see Abe. All right, we're looking at copper memorial. All right, let's head on over to the privy. If I get any halfway decent signals over there, I'll bring you in. If not, we'll move right to the wrap-up. All right, I'm going to show you guys what we found today. First of all, there's most of the trash. That's from just today, half day. I got here at about 12:30, and now it's about 5 o'clock. Most of these I think were on camera. I don't know if they'll make the final edit or not, but I got an entire piece of an old oil lamp, including the little spin thing that is usually the only thing that I find. I got this is just a key, but it's actually kind of ornate, kind of cool. I found 2 harmonica reeds, decent little pile of clad. I found this military button, shanked military button, stamped Sea Kenyon Co., New York. Someone said just recently, I heard, they said that if the head is looking to the left, our left as we look at it, that it was made, I'm shaking, it was made in wartime, and if it's looking to the right, it was made in peacetime. Any of y'all know if that's true or not? I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm not sure if this is a recent drop or not, because it's in such good shape and I wouldn't expect that. I found this ring. So there's 3 rings in 2 trips now, 2 consecutive trips, so that's kind of cool. I don't think it's precious, but it's a nice little find. And my lone wheat penny from, you know what, I had said 18 or 13, but now it's looking like a 2, 1920 something, maybe 1928. But that is the find for today. I have been invited back, which is going to be great, because he said that I could do this whole field right here. There used to be a house over there somewhere, so that might be a nice place. And then opposite this hill that I'm looking at, or field that I'm looking at, there's that hill that I walked down to get to the well, and then there's a creek that I pointed out to y'all, and then on the other side, the son, I believe, of the person that owned the older home where I'm at had another old home there, and that's now on county-owned property, and the home has been demoed. So I think that I will head over there sometime soon and see if I can't find anything over there. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off. Thanks for coming along on the adventure and checking out the finds. We're going to keep working these old sites, and we're going to pull out what's been left behind. I don't know if this one's ever been metal detected before or not, but there's some cool stuff still on the ground, and we're gonna work hard to go ahead and find it. So if you haven't liked and subscribed, please consider doing so. It helps the channel out, and you'll get notified of when we put up new videos of new adventures and new locations. So we'll see you next time.